Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today I'm going to be doing my April Part 2 book haul. This is a pretty big book haul. I ordered a couple of things from the UK, which were, took a while to get here. I had some pre-orders, which took a while to get here. I had some buys that I picked up with Amanda, and then I have a couple of books that were sent to me for review. So it is a pile of things. And I am very excited about these books. And they're going to be in no particular order because they're all out of order because I already read a few of them and I was really excited about a few of them. So I got on top of those, and what you gonna do? So let's start with the first on the pile. It is way up there. So the first book I have is The Fire This Time, A New Generation Speaks About Race, edited by Jesmyn Ward. I am very excited to read this. I am going to read The Fire Next Time first by James Baldwin, so I can have some context before I dive into this, but I did pick it up with Amanda Center. I was very happy to pick this up and very excited about it, and I really look forward to reading more about the race conversation, especially from the perspective of different people, all based around and exploring the ideas that are kind of focused on a subject that was already discussed and discovered in The Fire Next Time first, and then is going to be expanded upon in a different time. So I'm really happy about that. Then I pre-ordered this. This is Unbury Carol by Josh Malerman, who wrote Bird Box. I adored Bird Box as a thriller. I really was driven to finish it. It made me really happy. It scared the crap out of me. I'm very obsessed with it. So this is supposed to be a Sleeping Beauty retelling almost, where it is about a woman who has mini deaths where she appears dead and is then thrown into sleep that is perceived to be dead, and one time her husband decides to cash in on that and buries her, but somebody finds out about this plot to harm her and is rushing to help her. So I'm really curious about this one. It could be really good, it could go really bad. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm excited about it. Then this one Amanda Center bought me, which I am so grateful for. This is Fascism by Madeleine Albright. I know very little about Madeleine Albright, but I am very curious to see what she has to say about fascism and the appearance of it in our society, especially since it is so prevalent of a topic right now with the Trump administration being in charge and trying to decide whether or not it is a fascist government in any way, shape, or form. I think we are far from a fascist government at the moment because of checks and balances. I think there is still some laws and people in power that keep the effect of fascism and totalitarianism at bay, but I think we're in a really kind of iffy place where it could tip the scale and go in the wrong direction. And I think books like this are very important to keep us kind of centered and remind us what we're trying to avoid, but also remind us that we did put Trump into office and there is some element of respect that we need to allow to keep democracy going. This was another pre-order. This is Space Opera by Catherynne Valenti. I am so stoked about this book. I am super in love with it. I am super excited about it, and it looks beautiful. And I've heard that it is another one of those beautiful fairy tale retellings, specifically Russian fairy tale retellings. I'm very curious about it, and I'm very excited about it, and I plan to dive into this very soon. Then I picked up Leia, a Star Wars novel about Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray. I read this. I'll give you my thoughts on it for my OWLS exam wrap-up. It was fun. it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I probably will pick up another Star Wars book by Claudia Gray. I think another Leia book, probably. It was fun. It was a good time. A good time was had, and I enjoyed it. Then I picked up this. This is Mathilda by Mary Shelley. This is going to be weird. This is about incest, and I am completely not okay with incest as a general idea, but it fascinates me how that relationship can kind of blossom and become something sexual, and I'm really curious about it, and Mary Shelley, I think, will handle it in a very dark and twisted way that will keep me completely hooked. So, nervous and uncomfortable as it may make me, I am still curious about it and willing to read it. I also bought this one with Amanda on her recommendation. This is Life on Mars by Tracy K. Smith. This is poems. I believe she is poet laureate. Yep, this is the poet. She is now poet laureate of the United States. More poetry is always good. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and I'm excited to dive into it. Then the 3 books that I ordered from the UK are, well, yes. So I made a big order in the UK. Several of them were pre-orders, and they came as they were released. But 3 of them were already released and just took a minute to get here. So those, I picked up a few of the Women's Prize books. This is Happy by Nicola Barker. I heard it described as a post-apocalyptic Alice in Wonderland. I am down for that. Whatever that looks like, I'm curious and therefore. So, we're very excited about that. Then we have, I'm gonna drop everything and there's gonna be a bang. Then we have Sight, which I have heard mixed reviews about. This is by Jessie Greengrass. This is about a woman who is exploring the ideas of motherhood and the experience of medicine in the world. I am not sure, but this may end up on the Wellcome Prize next year. We shall see. I've heard really mixed reviews on this, but I am still really curious about it because I know it kind of talks about psychoanalysis and the idea of motherhood and the acceptance of motherhood and the change of the body and the change of the mind. So I'm curious. Then we have Folk by Zoe Gilbert, and this one is going to be interesting. It reads more like short stories, I've heard, and I think it is more of a short story collection that's just linked all by this place called Neverness, and I could really get down with that. So I'm excited to read more of this kind of folklore-esque beautifulness. So I'm curious about this. This was a pre-order from me from Tin House. I ordered it through print. This is The Changeling by Joy Williams. It is blurbed by Kelly Link, Samantha Hunt, who I both adore their writing. I mean, it's beautifully printed, beautifully done. It's just a tiny little hardback, and I am very excited about it. I don't actually remember what it was about. I pre-ordered it with the knowledge of what it was about, but don't remember, and there is no blurb on it. It is the 40th anniversary edition of it, so it's been out before, so I'm very excited about this. Then this was another pre-order. This is Circe by Madeline Miller. I used my Libro FM credit to pick up this book on audio, and also I had another credit and I picked up James Comey's book about loyalty. So I've picked up those 2 books on Libro FM as audiobooks, and I'm listening to both. And this one is beautiful. It sounds like a fairy tale mixed with music, and that's how the story sounds. It's just, oh, It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I so love it. And I'm so excited about it. And I'm really enjoying it. And look at how beautifully published this is. This one does not have the beautiful naked hardcover that the UK does. Sad face. But it's still very pretty. These are gonna fall. I know it. That's fine. Then I was sent this for review. This is The Cactus by Sarah Haywood. This is about a woman who is not really interested in relationships and finds herself pregnant with the baby of a man who she is seeing very casually, and they are just friends with benefits, and she decides to keep the baby, and it is her experience with that choice. I am very excited about this. I saw it on Hannah Tay's channel. I will link it in the cards and down below. I really like the sound of it, and I am very excited by it. Then this was another pre-order. This is The Gloaming by Christy Logan. You guys know how much I love the Grace Keepers. I mean, look at these end papers, guys. Ah, so pretty. I can't. It's so pretty. It's just so beautiful. It's a naked hardback. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. Okay. This arrived yesterday, so I haven't started it yet. I had another book that I picked up yesterday, and I read it right through the night. I will show you what that is in a second. But this one, guys, I'm so excited. I think I might pick this up for the 24-hour readathon. That's what I might do, because I am planning to participate in that. Too many books. Too many books. All right, then I found a new author that I'm really excited about. This is Megan Abbott, This is Megan Abbott, You Will Know Me, and this is about a group of gymnastics. A woman discovers a death and has to see how far she'll go to help her daughter achieve her dreams as a gymnast. There it is. As a gymnast. I enjoyed this thoroughly. I definitely really liked it as a thriller, and I plan to pick up more of Megan Abbott's books because yes, so good, so good. Just, oof, all the feels of a thriller, just so good. Then I picked this up with Amanda Center. This is Beloved by Toni Morrison. This is one that she and I will be buddy reading. We mentioned it in our Buddy Reads book talk, which I will link up in the cards. I'm very excited about this. So there's that. Then I picked up this because I requested that I buddy read this with a booktuber, and I haven't heard back, but I figured if I offered to buddy read it, I should own it. This is Meaty by Samantha Irby. I already own her first essay collection. Now I own her second essay collection. I believe this is actually her first essay collection, and the other one was her second, and this is a re-release of the original. But I'm really excited about it, and I've heard amazing things about her. I sat and read the first 2 essays yesterday in the bookstore and was dying laughing because I thought it was just fantastic. So I'm really excited about this. Then we have a graphic novel. I have heard so many people talk about Frida, and I just feel like I don't know enough about her, and her illnesses and her pain and her suicide just seem really interesting to me, and like a life that just needs to be discovered and looked into. And so this is Frida by Vanna Vinci, the story of her life, and it's beautifully drawn, like beautifully drawn. So I am really excited by this. There's a lot of nudity, so we're gonna not show you the nudity, but really excited by this and really curious to learn more about her, because I don't know much about her, and I've just heard so many people talk about how wonderful she is, and so I figured I'd jump on that bandwagon. Then, guys, this is The Sandman. And it's by Lars Kelpler, which is a pen name for a husband-wife pair. Guys, thriller magic, like legit. I am obsessed. So good, so dark, so twisty, so awesome. It reminded me of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I haven't read for years, but it was that kind of gruesome and that kind of grit and that kind of raw. And it did take place in Sweden. So it's definitely geared towards that crew of people who enjoyed that book. But it's so good and I loved it. And I definitely recommend it to those of you who are looking for a good thriller. This is actually the 4th in a series, but it read fine as a standalone. I don't know if I'm going to go back and read the first 3 because I enjoyed this one so much, but the other ones aren't getting as many good reviews as this one is. This one's just like really blowing people away. So we shall see, but I'm really loving it. Really loving it. I read it last night in like a good 6 hours, 7 hours, like just couldn't put it down. And then when I was finished, I couldn't sleep because it was just like so intense. And I just was like, I can't sleep because of all the thoughts and things and feelings. Then this one I was sent for review. This is Vox. It is by Christina Delcher. I was sent this for review by Berkeley, which is an imprint of Penguin Random House. I loved it. I am obsessed with it. It is another one of those wonderful dystopian female life sort of Handmaid's Tale-esque stories. Definitely fills the void. The premise is that women are only allowed to speak 100 words a day, and I adored it. So those are all the books that I have picked up for my part 2 April book haul. I definitely am not going to achieve reading as many books as I bought this month like I want to, but what you gonna do? Alright, so that is my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, click that subscribe button down below. And if you have any questions, comments, or quandaries, go ahead and leave them in the comment box. I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye!